And should I tell this story? Surprise! I look different than when you saw me yesterday, huh? Sorry, I have my headphones on and it's making my hair flat on one side. I had a Napoleon Dynamite Pedro moment. No, that's not entirely true. I didn't feel like shaving my head because I was hot. If that was the case, I would have done it when it was a heat wave last week. But sorry, my hair is, the headphones are making my hair very uneven. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's gonna bother me, but it's fine. I woke up this morning. I've been thinking about it for a couple days now, actually. Every time I do my workout, I feel like my scalp is very itchy and all the stuff, and itchy and sweaty, and all the stuff that I know to do to like clean your scalp when you have protective styles in, they weren't helping really, like sort of, but it was a temporary thing. I just needed to take my hair out. So I took it out, washed it, put some product in it, and now it's just curly poof. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the vlog. I know that was a different intro than I normally do. Normally it's, hey, it's your girl Bri. Welcome back to me trying to vlog every day for the rest of 2026. Happy Tuesday. But I decided to start it a different way. I just finished work. I was working from home today, so that means the rest of the week I am in the office. Which is fine, except that something happened in New York City today. There's always something happening in New York City. But something happened downtown, Midtown in New York City today with one of the high-rise buildings. They had to evacuate it because of beams, support beams in the building. When they were doing an inspection, they found that they were buckling and they had to evacuate like several streets worth of buildings and a school, and it was super scary. I wasn't down there, but I checked in. I know exactly what building it is. When they showed it on TV, I was like, oh, that's like not super close to my job, but like normally when I walk, I'm on Lexington, number one. But normally like when I walk to the areas that I walk to, I've walked in that direction before and have passed that building several times. So I know exactly where it was. And so I checked in with my coworkers that were in the office today, make sure that they were all good and safe. They said, yes, they saw like all the police and heard all the sirens and stuff. But we're not close enough to that building for our office to be one of the ones evacuated. Luckily, everyone is safe. They found it in time before anything like actually could have happened, which is fantastic. I'm so glad that they did that because that's super scary, like super, super scary. And unfortunately, if you live in a city that has very tall buildings, there's always a concern and that kind of stuff related to it. But everyone is safe as far as I know, as far as I heard. So that's great news. Today, I wasn't as productive as yesterday, but I was productive. Obviously, took my hair out, washed it, like I said. I did my workout. So day 3 of week 2 of Cize got done. I feel fantastic. Still not sore. Still feeling good. I was a sweaty mess. I definitely didn't burn as many calories as I did yesterday. Because like yesterday, I think I said I had 450 odd calories burned. Today, it was just over 400. It was like 405 or something like that. So clearly, I didn't burn as many calories, but that's fine. I still felt really good afterwards. And actually, I had enough energy. There's an option at the end of the video to do it again. Not the whole 46 minutes, but the last 3 minutes or maybe 2.5 minutes where you're doing the actual dance routine, the like full out version of it at full speed. You have an option to do it again after the cool down, after the workout. So I decided to do it again and I did it again. So I did the full on routine the first time in the video and then did again during it's called Size It Up Again or something like that. And I did that and I feel great. I'm so glad I did. I don't know. I just feel really good. I am not the type of person that likes to work out. Like I have to be tricked into working out. There's only certain forms of workouts I like. I like boxing, funny enough. I like yoga, and I like dance. I'm not a like, let's go to the gym and do workouts. And even when I do those type of videos, they have to be with creators like on YouTube, like Mad Fit, like Blogilates, like Grow with Joe, like those people who make it fun and like have music. There has to be some element of like fun and or music, or else I'm just thinking the whole time like, oh my God, please let it be over, please let this be done, I hate this so much. But the like dancing is never one of those, like I love dancing so much that when I'm doing it, I don't consider it a workout, even though it's very physical. Very much a workout. I don't ever consider it a workout. So I think that this is the right workout routine for me, because like, yes, 46 minutes is a long ass workout, and I'm not saying the time doesn't fly by necessarily. Like I do find myself, especially in the beginning of the video, looking at the clock a lot, but once it gets down to like, I don't know, 25 minutes, I'm not paying attention anymore. And then the only time I start to pay attention again is when you're in the like during the water break, which the water break is right before you're doing the full routine. So it's like 5 minutes left and they're like, water break. That's when I notice. I'm like, oh, damn. Okay, I've been doing this. So I feel like if I was doing, this is definitely my favorite, because like, even if like when I do yoga videos, and I love Yoga with Adriene, she's actually my favorite, but when I used to try to do her yoga calendars, and this is not against her, this is me, like my own problem. When I tried to do her yoga calendars, anytime it would come to a day where, because she's very helpful when she does those calendars where she says like, this day the yoga is 30 minutes, it's 10 minutes, it's 7 minutes, it's 20 minutes, it's 40 minutes. On the days where it would be like, this yoga video is 45 minutes, I would be like, oh, damn it. Like, I cannot do yoga for 45 minutes. I think that's why I've never gone to a yoga class. I went to one hot yoga class. And should I tell this story? Okay, so the thing about yoga, I did not expect this video to be like this. The thing about yoga is that it puts your body in positions that are very conducive to like loosening up your joints, loosening up your muscles and your organs. So sometimes there are certain yoga positions, like you can literally, and Yoga with Adriene is fantastic with this. Other creators do it too, but I really like her videos. She's like the one I follow the most. She has like yoga for digestion, where there are certain yoga positions that if you do them, certain yoga routines, that it helps to kind of put pressure on, take pressure off your intestines, like your stomach, and like it helps you, I guess, release gases is the politest way to say that. I don't know. So I mean, there are, and it's like the same thing with like babies. You ever seen like if there's a baby who's gassy and like obviously they don't know how to like pass gas, you have to like do the thing with their little legs and like, which is so cute. You do the thing with their little legs and it helps them like, you know. So what am I talking about? The one time I went to a yoga class, it was a hot yoga class, which I was not told before the class. That's problem number one. Your girl, I do not like to be hot. Brianna does not do hot, okay? I hate to be hot. I am a miserable person when I'm hot. Like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't breathe. Just leave me, just don't anything. So me doing yoga, which I do enjoy, in heat, no, I don't like it. I don't like it anymore. I'm not here. So I wasn't told that it was a hot yoga class. I was told it was a yoga class, but a hot yoga beginner's class is what it was. And I was like, well, damn. When I got there, first of all, I should have known, because as soon as I walked in, it was burning hot and it stunk. And I was like, oh, well, it's like a gym. So like, Yeah, it stinks because like gyms sometimes they stink because like sweat, feet, all kinds of things. Like I've been to dance studios. I danced for many years of my life. So like sometimes dance studios stink too. Like it smells like foot. It smells like sneakers. It smells like it's just sweaty. It is what it is. I kind of don't even notice anymore when I go into those kind of spaces if there's a smell, unless it's really bad. And that was really bad, okay? It was hot. It burnt my nostril hairs, okay? Like my actual nose hairs. I could feel them like shriveling. It was so bad, yo. It was bad. Oh my God. And I was like, and then I looked at the friend that invited me, yeah, okay, whatever. They invited me, and I looked at them like, is there something wrong? Like, she was like, oh no. I was like, no, really? No? You sure? And she's like, no. It always smells like this. I was like, And you pay for this. You come back. She was like, yeah, it's a very like, you feel cleansed afterwards. I was like, yeah, I bet you do, girl. I bet you do, because it smells like a cleanse happened here. Not, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, okay? Okay. So hot yoga started. I was already annoyed because I'm hot and it stunk. And, I mean, and it's truthfully, I don't think it's anything against that particular like studio or whatever, because I don't like, there's only so much you can do. If a place smells, there's only so much you can do like to eliminate the smell and keep like the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they could have had like 1,000 million candles. That's not like good for the environment or your lungs. So I don't know what they could have done, but it wasn't great for me. So the class starts. I'm like, okay, this is hot, but I can do it. And I could feel the benefits of the heat because it like definitely loosens your muscles. It feels kind of nice. It also kind of feels like what I imagine like a pizza feels like in the oven. Like I felt like I was in an oven, like I was a piece of pizza or cookie. So yes, the class started. I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. The instructor was phenomenal. Very, very helpful. Very, very nice. Very funny. So class was going, whatever. And then I hear a toot. And I'm like, okay, somebody tooted, whatever. It's natural human function. Like, what do I want to do it in public? No, but like, I get it. You're in weird positions. Your body's like, okay, toot, fine. Then I hear another toot. And I'm like, okay, is that the same person? Are they like had a latte, like milk, lactate, like lactose intolerant type of some kind of situation happening? And I'm like, okay, whatever. Class is still going. I'm trying to get in the zone, and somebody let one rip. Like, it wasn't a little toot. See, the first time I said it was a toot. The second time I said it was a toot. The third time was not a toot. It was more than a toot. It was a full-on foghorn. It was a full-on, like, not no cute little toot. It wasn't a toot. And I immediately, I don't even remember what yoga position I was in. I wish I did. But I immediately stopped and was like, what the and I looked at my friend because I was like, did you hear that? And she was like, and I was like, and she was like, and I was like, and I'm glad I didn't pay for this class, because if I had paid for this class, I would have complained, okay? Now, I wouldn't actually have complained, but, like, in my head, I was complaining already. I would have complained in my head, okay? My friend had a guest, like, pass or whatever, so I could go with her. But, like, I was so mad. And then just the rest of class, after that, Nobody reacted. I was the only one, which is how I guess I realized later on that everyone there had been to more than one hot yoga class, and that was kind of like something that happens in hot yoga apparently, because the rest of that class, people were just ripping ass in there, just like toot, fart, toot, all kind of toot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. So that was my one experience with hot yoga. That was my one yoga class I've ever been to. And yeah, I'll do yoga at my house. Thank you. Okay, so that's not at all what I was planning to talk about today. I did my workout. That's where my brain is a very scary place. Because how did I go from talking about my workout to a full-on toot story? Anyway. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Okay. After I did my workout, I took my hair out so that way I could wash it and, I wouldn't have to shower twice and wet it twice. So I did that. And then, then I started work, and then I worked, and then on my lunch break, I worked on editing my gaming video, at least part of it. I didn't finish yet. I should be done soon. And then I finished the graphic novel Check Please, which is a young adult graphic novel about, it's LGBTQIA plus, and it's about a young man who is in college playing hockey. He's a former figure skater, and it's just his freshman and sophomore year. So I got book 1, freshman and sophomore year of him playing hockey in college and like coming out and, his interactions with his teammates, and it's really cute. I gave it a 4 out of 5. There's no real romance. There's some kissing, but that's pretty much it. Well, I should say there's no real spice. There was romance, but no real spice. It's pretty wholesome. It's very cute. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. And now that means I get to start another book. And like I said, I'm going to dive into the TBR Gumball list of books that I'm supposed to be reading. And the one I chose to read first is James by Percival Everett. And this one, if you don't know about this book, is a reimagining of the adventures of Huckleberry Finn from the perspective of Jim. The slave, it's been years since school that I've read Huckleberry Finn, but I am very interested in this book. I think it will be very good. Obviously, it's a Pulitzer Prize finalist. I've actually heard a lot about this book, and I'm very excited. So this is my next book up to be read. Last night, I did finally finish, like I said I was going to, the next crochet project that I was working on, which was the book keychain. So as you can see, it's a book. And I think, and I add the little keychain part, so it's like super cute. It's a little stiff because I did it kind of tight, but it's going to loosen up anyway. So this is the book. It's going to be on my Etsy, and when I go to markets, I'm going to be selling them as well. So this is what it's going to look like. The first one I made when I was testing it out, which is what I'm going to keep, is this one, and it's purple, and I love it. And I'll make another purple one, but if you can see, there's like a kind of an imprint part in the center, and I guess it's on the sides. The center part is kind of puffy, but the sides seem kind of pinched, and it's because like I said, I glued it and I clamped it, and it clamped, so now it's like thin. So like comparisons, you see like the difference in thickness here. It's like this one is thin and this one is not, because I clamped this one, I didn't clamp this one. So going no clamp method is better, I think. But I'm going to keep this one because it's purple and it's cute anyway. So I did that last night. I did not do the thing that I said I was going to do yesterday when I was talking about trying the notebook hack for making your own like to do like notepads. I didn't do it because when I went to go, I did a whole design in Canva first, and then I was going to put it into my Cricut because Cricut is actually the hack that I saw where you put the project in Cricut and then it will cut it for you, which obviously solves my problem of not being able to cut straight. But when I went to go print, after I put it in my Cricut, I realized that my Cricut, the ink was like messed up. Not my Cricut, sorry, the printer. My Epson Eco Tank was kind of like, I haven't used it in a little while, I guess. So I had to clean it and clean the heads, do a print alignment. And by the time I was done, I was just like, okay, I don't want to print anymore. Like, I don't want to do this right now. So I'm putting that on hold, but I did do the part that would have been the hardest, which is the design of the actual notepads. I had a couple ideas, but I kind of put those ideas. I hadn't physically like made this version of a notepad before, but they're very cute designs. I'm very excited to share those once I have like a prototype copy to show you. I will definitely be showing you here, and I definitely want feedback. So when I show those, leave it in the comments. Actually, you can give me feedback on the crochet book keychains too if you want, like what colors I should have. I have a rainbow amount of these like keychain parts, so like I can get matching yarn, or I can do like complementing, like, you know, pairs of the keychain versus the yarn. But definitely leave me feedback about these, if you like them, what you think I should do to them. Should I like actually try to stitch on them some like book titles or something? Let me know in the comments. I'm very interested on feedback. I don't know what's for dinner. I might make orange chicken. I don't know. Sorry, the cat, Maddie, is asleep on my bed, and she's so cute. She's just so cute. She's asleep. I don't want to wake her up. I would show you, but I don't want to wake her up. But yeah, I think that's it. So I worked out. I worked. I took my hair out. I washed it. Gave it a little treatment. I think that was it. Oh, I posted on my Instagram a book review from a book that I read last week. And I'm pretty sure that's all I did today, besides starting the edit of my gaming video for Thursday. Yeah, I think that's it. Somehow I've managed to stretch that whole what I did today into 22 minutes of yapping. Almost about to be 23 minutes of yapping. So I'm going to get off here, go edit this vlog, go make dinner, and kind of try to relax and start reading James. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a fantastic Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.